Sunday fun day in full effect. I know Commodore ready. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm totally psyched for today's stream. It's going to be an abbreviated stream, folks, because I'm sick as a dog. I don't know where that saying came from. I don't know how sick dogs get, but I mean, I guess dogs are pretty sick, because I'm pretty sick. But I didn't want to cancel the stream because I got two absolutely amazing guests coming on today talking about a hot new album called Encore 500. Oh, baby. This one is going to be great. We're going to do a nice interview with Jogier, Liljedahl, and Peter Clarke, two of the musicians on the awesome new Encore 500 album. Ash Said Hi is here. What is up, Ash? Zemish is here. Brother Bill, Texas Foosballer. Grinder Cowboy, what's going on? Welcome. Uji Flip, Chris Doe in the house, Boing Balls, Michael Jensen, Palaner, happy Sunday to you, my man. Terminal Crotch Rot, I'm hanging in there. Nice, Uji Flip, that's awesome. S. Janchow, how's it going? Cal64, Tio Grande, Voxel Trots, what is going on, everyone? It's great to see you all here today. Albie Shore is here? Albie, I thought you were in Vegas, baby. I thought Albie Shore was on vacation. Magic Nah, what is going on, Magic Nah? It's great to see you. Amiga Labs, hey, I hope all is well, Amiga Labs. We've been going through a lot, you know what I'm saying, Amiga Labs? Wishing you all the best. I know, Ash, I'm sick as a dog. Boeing Balls, I gotta give myself the test. I haven't tested myself yet. Nut Mutt, what's going on, Nut Mutt? Ingerlund, how's it going? Amy Mortal, what is going on? Rob Smith, how's it going, Rob Smith? Great to see you. Amiga Bill's illegitimate son. Thank you for the Father's Day wishes, Amiga Bill's illegitimate son. Yo, Chucky Gang, what's going on? Great to have you here. Thanks to the real Tony Rocks. It's a hard one for me today, not just because I'm sick, but because you all know Dad passed away 1 month ago this weekend. It's brutal. Normally I'd be doing the stream with my dad, but you know I can't do it that anymore. But he'll be with us in spirit, folks. You know what I love? I love my dad. I love my dad a lot. I also love Jogier Liljedahl's amazing tune for the Love demo. I figured there's only one demo to start this stream with. Only one demo. One of my favorite demos of all time. I'm gonna try and hide the boobs, but I'll probably fail. But I'm gonna try. I'll try and hide them. It don't matter. This demo ain't about the boobs. This demo is about the beautiful images and the beautiful music. The music is one of the best mod files of all time, as far as I'm concerned. It's just this song just gives me goosebumps. It's gonna give you all goosebumps too. It's Love by Virtual Dreams 8-bit Bill. Let me make sure overhead cam is on. Make sure he didn't go to sleep. Nah, he's ready to go. He's ready for some love. He's ready for some love. What's up, Mick J2K, Mr. Wolverine DK? Get ready for a little love demo from Virtual Dreams and Fairlight. Oh yeah, let's go. Amiga. You know, I just gotta. I'm trying not to get a little banned there. It's a beautiful image. It's a beautiful image. But you know, I don't know. I don't know if I doubt the Twitchers would bother with me for this one. But I'm just being a little bit careful. We'll get back to the demo in a moment. Proton Fig, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Trap Shot Live with the resub. Thank you. Streamstack TV, Jake the Dog, thank you for the shout out. Albie Sure, thank you for gifting a sub to Indie Retro News. That is amazing, Albie. Appreciate you. It's still loading here, folks. Still loading. Yo, C64 Television, what's up, brother? Great to see you, C64 Television. I love Sid Vicious, baby. Yo, Albie Shore checking in from Vegas, dropping 10 community subs. That's absolutely amazing, Albie Shore. Thank you so much, Albie. Thank you so much. You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'll just come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're back. We're back. Yo, what is up, everyone? Happy Sunday, fun day. Oh, Tony Rocks, I saw some of those cool C64 demos. They're super rad. Oh, thank you, RJ Firth. I really appreciate it. What's up, the real tech girl? Great to see you. Yo, Torque Live, what's going on? Mr. Wolverine DK. I'll be sure. Thank you so much for gifting all the subs to my community. I'll be sure. You're amazing. Brother, you are amazing. I'm wishing you lots of fortune in Vegas. Namcoast, thank you so much for the raid. Namcoast, Locust, thank you so much for the resub. Wow, 38 months, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, so folks, I'm really sick today. We're gonna have a great time, but I'm really sick, so it's gonna be a short stream. What we're gonna do, we're gonna talk to our two awesome guests. We're gonna play some music from their new remix album, Encore 500. We're gonna give away 2 tickets to Sunday for Kickstart 01, the awesome Amiga party coming up this July in the UK, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Dude, I'm in rough shape. I'm Retro Passion. I'm in rough shape. The tickets, by the way, are donated from retropassion.uk. Amazing supporter of mine. Amazing recapper. Sells Amigas, fixes Amigas, sells parts. He rocks. And thank you, Indie Retro News. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I do. Chucky, I need some whiskey. I got some good whiskey. What's up, Bobby Zeal? Yeah, no, Smash 1980. Things have caught up with me. It's been the past month has been a rough Smash. You know, Dad passed away 1 month ago this weekend. Then I was in LA, New York, DC, New York, and I've been run down. I've been really run down. That's funny, that girl. Yes, there you go. Oh, it's retropassion.co.uk. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm copying right now. I'll get that URL correct when we do the giveaway. So, the plan is, folks, we're gonna have this awesome, 2 awesome guests on right now. It's Jogier, Liljedahl, the man who did the music to the Love demo, one of my all-time favorite Amiga musicians, and Peter Clarke. You might know Peter from Ocean Software. He did a lot of Ocean Software loaders, and they're part of a new project called Encore 500. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a little promo video for Encore 500, so you guys get an idea of what it is, and then we're gonna talk to Jogier and Peter. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you all so much for hanging out today, and happy Father's Days to all the dads out there. I love you, Mom. I see you there. All right, check it out. Encore 500. Where is it? I got it down here somewhere. Where's Encore 500? Yeah, I whipped this little thing up before the stream. Here we go. Enjoy, folks. This is what we're gonna be talking about today. Awesome album. Yo, that was absolutely awesome. I am so fired up for this album. I just want to thank very, very much my two amazing guests. Today we are joined by Jogier, Liljedahl, and Peter Clarke, two of the musicians who contributed to this album. We're going to learn about the album today. I'm going to fix Peter's Peter's screen here. I got you, Peter. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. I got you. There you go. Peter and Jogier, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm huge fans of both of you guys. Peter, going all the way back to the Commodore 64 Ocean days. Jogier, I mean, love demo, one of my favorite mods of all time. It's that music, that demo just goes like right to my heart. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming on today. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Bill.
thank you for having us both. Yeah.
So why don't you guys just introduce yourselves and give yourselves a little bit background for the folks watching who may not know. Peter, would you like to start? Tell us a little bit about how you got started in the Commodore 64 scene.
Sure. So, hello, I'm Peter Clarke. My love affair with computer music goes back to the kind of early 80s, and then through just writing various SID pieces. Got very, very lucky and ended up inside Ocean Software writing music and working alongside Martin Galway, which is a name that I'm sure you'll all know, probably more so than mine. So worked kind of freelance after Ocean. My journey through that original computer music maze was quite short, probably only a couple of years. But I've returned to the scene kind of as a remixer since round about kind of 2010, 2011, and people seem to like the stuff I do. It seems to be quite popular. I've been very lucky in terms of opportunities to continue to write music and make music, and work with some awesome people as well from the scene, right up to where we are now with Encore 500. So that's about me.
Beautiful, Peter. Jogier, go for it. I know you're more of an Amiga guy, like myself.
Yeah. I got my 64 like many of us in 86, I think. But musically, I didn't really release anything until 90 on Amiga. So I was in the scene. So usually when you have guests on your show, they're famous for making music for games and such. I was more of a scener, so I made music for the scene and demos and yeah.
Yeah, your music for that Love demo was incredible. What other demos did you work on that you're really proud of?
Well, apart from Love, Full Moon, I was a part of Full Moon, which was very popular. That was a bit earlier, and recently, actually, on Offense demo in 2020, 21. Which
it all
one apart?
It all runs together now. After COVID, it all kind of runs together.
It was. I've been lucky enough to. I got to work at Funcom in '94, and I was there for about 18 months. Then I joined the military. I came home. I started working normal jobs, but I always had the music on the side. Up until maybe 2005, 6. Like 10 years total break, and I started to randomly make stuff. I released some remixes over the years on the C64, which is more famous. But hopefully this will spark something for the remixes out there, and perhaps we will see more traffic on the Amiga remix site as well.
I love it.
There's so many great tunes to choose from. On 64 it was only the games, almost at least, and from the early days. On Amiga it was like maybe 10% the games, and the rest of the music, is known for just great music, and it was from the scene, from the normal dudes, not the accomplished, not the lucky accomplished one who had great coder friends, like Chris Hulsbeck, who probably is watching us now.
He probably is.
Is.
Chris is on the stream. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah,
amazing guy.
Absolutely.
Now, both of you guys, mentioned the remix scene. Can you tell me like a little bit about the remix scene? Like, what exactly is the remix scene? I know prior to Encore 500, there was a Commodore 64 remix album that was done by a very similar team. Just tell me a little bit about the remix, the whole remix scene that's going on right now.
I'll jump on that.
Yeah.
Contrary to my own feelings back in 1987, that the music that I'd written would probably last about 12 months It would be in the bargain bin after 6, and it would be in the real bin after 12. This music has just kind of hung around with a following and people that are passionate about it. In the case of both Commodore 64 and the Amiga that followed it. And so the longevity of the music has really been surprising to a lot of people, especially me. And what people started to do initially was take SID tracks and put drums with them and call it a remix. And they were kind of the very first cassette tapes and the very first CDs that came out. But obviously, in the last 20 years, the ability that we've all now got with a good solid PC, a professional digital audio workstation, and the quality of VSTs and sample packs, what you're actually starting to see come out, in actual fact, what's been coming out for the last 10 years, gradually getting better and better, are full-blown versions of these little three voice chip tunes and 4-channel sample tunes in the case of the Amiga, being taken to full, in some cases, almost Hollywood production standards, as a reimagination and a reinvention of some of these tunes, and it's absolutely awesome. The scene is small. The scene should be bigger for the amount of people who must have a love of those computers. The scene should be bigger, and kind of that's one of the sort of purposes of Encore 64, which was our first child, and Encore 500, which is our second. That's literally just been released a week ago, just over a week ago. So yeah, the remix scene is just all the people out there that love chiptunes from, in our case, C64 and Amiga, but there are wider remix communities out there and want to hear new versions redone, brought up to date, and with awesome instrumentation.
No, it's really cool. I think it's really neat because it's kind of a challenge for you guys too. I'm sure though, because I mean, you're dealing with some absolutely like legendary songs, and there's something to be said for like the charm of the sound of the SID chip. You know, people love the SID chip. It's a synthesized chip, and they have like a lot of passion for that original sound. And even with both Paul, even though it's not synthesized, and I swapped you guys in there. I got to swap you guys. Even though it's not a synthesized chip, like how do you keep the important sounds from back then? Like how do you stay true to the spirit of the classic Commodore 64 and classic Amiga, but like bring it into a modern age and take advantage of all the new tools that you have?
Go, Jogier. I'll let you have this one.
Actually, I should have that one. Well, it's, I don't know. For me, it's almost self-explanatory because I've been living in the music for so long, you know. So you just kind of know what to bring with you and just expand on it. It's very difficult, you know, to explain it. But you try to find, if you can't find the same sounds, you should find similar sounds at least, and try to stay true to the original. And
So
that's the most important bit.
It's almost like catching the spirit of it and staying true to the spirit of it, but like kind of taking it to new places. And maybe back then you were working with very limited technology. Maybe some of these musicians had something bigger in their head that they just couldn't do because of the limitations of the technology. And now you're taking it there.
I would say that's a good observation. A lot of SID musicians that I've spoken to have kind of said, "Oh yeah, when I wrote that, what I was really hearing was an orchestra or a rock band which, as good as the SID chip is, it isn't an orchestra and it isn't a rock band. It's its own animal." So yeah, you kind of, I think for me the things that are very important in the tune are the things that stick in your head from the original tune. So you kind of know what the important parts of the tune are. They've got to come with you if you want people to accept what you've done as a version of that original piece, which for a lot of people, there's a lot of love for those original pieces. So you can't go kicking them up the street. You've got to respect the original material and respect the original composer to an extent, and just try to use your best creative abilities to add to what's there, and maybe take it in a new direction just at some point in the tune. But you must come back and stick to the things which are the signature parts of an original piece. Sure.
Yeah, Jogier, I can imagine. I see one of the tracks you did was for Turrican 2, which is like an iconic piece of Amiga music done by one of the best musicians of all time, Chris Hulsbeck.
Yeah,
like, were you like a little bit nervous when you were going into that? Did you talk to Chris about it, or did you just kind of give it your best shot?
Well, it was it's me and Fabian. We were two. It's not mine solo. So, but it's actually for a project for his own released album. He's going to release an album further down the line. It's not finished yet, but it's sort of a remix album, Rapture, that is. So, and we have already made the Turrican 2 track and some other tracks, but I won't spoil anything because it's his CD, so he can do that.
Excellent.
But we were allowed to use this one on the Encore 500, sort of, kind of a promote his own album further down the line as well. So, yeah, but he knows Chris personally, and well, I actually first met him in Bergen last year, but we've been chatting and we've been having musical contact through Fabian for our Rapture for about 10, 12 years. So it was about time we met. So yeah, no worries, no worries.
That's great. So guys, if you do ! Encore in the chat, it'll open up a link to where you can listen to Encore 500. Right now, it's streaming on Spotify. Proton, and if anyone has anything they'd like to ask the guys or me, you can do @AmigaBill, and I'll see it in the chat. Proton from Finished Gold, he's one of my guys who's here every week. He's an amazing guy. He wants to say the remix scene, they're also the top doers, and annually there's voting for Remixer of the Year, and Peter was Remixer of the Year, and JLD from Finished Gold is the current Remixer of the Year. But so the scene is pretty big and it's pretty active, maybe not large like you were saying before, Peter, but passionate.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Rotties, as we call them, the ROTYs, the Remixer of the Year awards, they've kind of been rolling since the beginning of the century, and I think everybody who kind of does remixes and uploads them, whether they will admit it or not, they're secretly trying to chase one of those awards. It's always nice to get an acknowledgement that you did something that was the best of that year. So I've had some success there.
Congratulations.
If anybody happens to visit remix64.com and kind of clicks on my name somewhere, I'm not going to kind of blow trumpets and say I've done this. You'll be able to see what I've done. But I've been lucky in terms of the music's been quite popular with people, and they've been kind enough to vote for it, and I've enjoyed some success with the awards. So yeah, but the key thing I will say, and we will no doubt slide from this into some of the ethos of Encore 500. Most of the guys like myself that are kind of fairly well established at Remix 64, we're all about encouraging the new guys, the newbies coming along, the guys who've not yet been successful, or maybe the guys who haven't quite done their first remix yet but really want to. And it's just a kind of about encouragement, writing good reviews on first remixes that go up there, so that it encourages someone to make a second remix. And that's the way that the remix scene will benefit and grow. Logically, as people get older, the scene is likely to shrink, because the guys who have the love of the Commodore 64 are all my age now, and so that means that there will come a finite point when guys like me have kind of shuffled off this mortal coil and moved along. The scene needs new blood. We need young whippersnappers to come in and mix up new tunes and bring their own particular style to it.
But I mean, I think that's one of the great things about music, though. Music is kind of ageless in a way. I've been sure, like I talk about this a lot on my streams. It's like, how how big is Amiga going to be like when our generation moves on. And that's one of the reasons why I do these streams, is because I know, like, I see Captain John Archer there, he's watching with his sons, and people watch with their daughters and their kids. And Diverick had his son and his daughter on when he was showing his game. So I really hope by young people tuning into my streams, like Amiga can like live on past our generation and Commodore 64 as well. Unfortunately, it's going to take a massive hit, but it's really important to pass it down. But something that's really cool about music is, you know, like I listen to old music. You know, I listen to classical music. I listen to music from way before I was born. So I think like, it's just all about having like music. It doesn't matter what it was created on. At the end of the day, you can get people into it by inspiring them with great music. Because then the bottom line is some of this music it's a lot of this music is absolutely fantastic. Like here I'm looking at Fast Floaters. I saw them at Amiga 37 and they rocked. Oh man, there's so much good stuff. I mean, we're talking a lot about music here. Do you want to get a little taste of what's on Encore 500 here, guys? We'll play a tune so people can hear what we're talking about. Would you guys have a track you'd like me to play, Peter or Jogier?
There's a few of your guys on there. There's one of mine on there, and I think there's about 3 of yours.
4, 5.
Yeah, you couldn't stop, could you? You just couldn't.
I couldn't stop. Hey, it's my childhood.
Maybe we'll play that. Maybe we'll start with one of yours, Peter, since you've got one on there. The Complications.
Yeah, cool.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about Complications?
So Complications is a really, really well-known piece of mod music that was written by Thomas Danko. It's a well-loved tune, a well-loved mod, and obviously Danko has been working on the album with us, so no pressure on me to take one of his pieces, probably his most well-known piece, and do something different with it. I would call the original, it's kind of Europop-ish in style, and very kind of representative of the years when it came out, those early 90s years when it came out. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to wind it back about 20 years to the 70s, to disco and to soul and to funk. So that's the intention behind this version of Complications. And other than that, see what you think.
Oh, sounds great. On that note, I also want to thank Nutmutt, who just gave out 25 subscriptions to my community. Nutmutt, that's absolutely incredible, dude. I don't know. That's amazing, Nutmutt. Thank you so much for that. I'm absolutely like blown away. Wow. But anyway, on that note, let's play some Complications remixed by Peter Clarke. That was amazing, Peter. I see why you've. Oh, hold on, pause. I see why you've got many awards. Yeah, folks. If I see folks asking in the chat, I'm actually really sick. Somehow I dragged myself out of bed. I mean, when you got Jogier and Peter coming on your stream, like you drag yourself out of bed no matter how sick you are, because it's an honor to have both of you guys here today. But Peter, that was awesome. I love the funky guitar. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah, that's my that's kind of my musical roots. Played in bands since about 1979ish, and kind of all of the music that I've kind of come across and listened to and played, all the way through to where we are now. And I keep going back there. It's an illness. I can't help it. I keep going back to that funk soul kind of era. So yeah, but thank you very much for the compliment.
Awesome, man. And I can tell you're a guitar guy. Yeah, because I saw just by your profile picture alone, I could tell you're really into the guitar. And you actually, can we show those two pictures that you sent me?
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here real quick, and then Peter sent me some really talk about cool guitars. Let me open these up. Where'd they go? Boom, there's one. These are Romeo Knights, right?
Yeah. So Ike, Romeo Knight, who's over in Dusseldorf in Germany. So he's a proper guitarist.
That's incredible.
I'm a guitarist, but Ike is a proper guitarist. So yeah, that's such a cool Amiga paint scheme on there.
That is an amazing guitar. I don't even know how to play a guitar, but I would love to have that in my office just because it looks so cool. that's proper guitar. And he's got another, a Commodore 64 one as well, I believe. Here he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
There you go. That's the other one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both Jacksons. They're both Jackson guitars that he's got there.
Oh, that's awesome. Romeo Knight, another legend in the Amiga music community. It's so cool. Let's go back to the remix. Jogier, would you like to pick one for us to listen to? One of your pieces?
One of my pieces.
Yeah.
Well, I would like you to play Amber Star.
Excellent.
The fourth.
Yep.
Number 4.
Do you want to give us a little intro about Amber Star?
Well, it's Johan Hippel, who I'm sure the Amiga guys in here knows very well, and he is also known elsewhere, like on the Atari. But just an amazing musician, and he was lucky, like Chris, and had access to the 7-channel music routine which they made. So it was like overload in the brain when you started up the Amiga and you suddenly heard 7 channels instead of 4. So
how did he do that? Do you know how he did that? It's magical. I think Chris was working on something like that too. It's using more channels out of the Paula chip. That's just
well, it was Chris and Johan who made the TFMX7 voices, right? Yeah. So you should ask. Didn't you ask him?
We talked about it. We talked about it when he was on my stream, but to be honest, it's like over my head.
It's over my head as well. Yeah.
But it's amazing. Here. I love how the sceners can do that. They can just take these machines and just do things with them that it seems like they were never designed to do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, amazing.
All right, let's check it out.
Just a lovely tune. Laid back, great melodies always, and I did my thing with it, so hopefully people like it.
I'm sure they will. Let's check it out. Amber Star. Oh man, that was amazing, Jogier. That was absolutely beautiful. The guitar at the end there was just, oh man. Oh, hold on, pause. It was just out of this world.
Thank you.
Your music. It's so funny because I guess it's like a great photographer, a great painter. Like when you hear a piece of music from someone, you can hear them in it. And to me, your music has got a distinctive sound. I'll call it inspirational. Very happy, very inspirational. That's what I really
you.
yeah. That's
Thank
what
you, man.
yeah, totally. That's what really got me about the Love demo. It was just such a happy and inspirational, uplifting demo. And your music suits it so well. That is I love it. The Ember Stars remix is awesome. When Jogier, when you started making music on your Amiga 500, what did you use back then, and what do you use now to make something awesome like this Ember Star remix?
Well, I started with Soundtracker, of course. The first, and the ode to that is in End Theme. The 14th or 15th track on the album. By Karsten Obarski, which was just a short module of like 40 seconds. But he was like the father of trackers. So I owe it all to him. That's what got me started in the beginning. And I follow all the way, of course. You started with Soundtracker, then suddenly Noise Tracker came. We had new commands, you could do new cool things. And then it was Pro Tracker and Music X. I started with MIDI. That was when I was working at Funcom. And later down the line, it was a bit of Fast Tracker, but it switched very fast to MIDI and Cubase. So I've been working in Cubase for like 20 years now. So that's where the magic happens nowadays.
Do you think you'd go back to Amiga and do something for a new demo? The demo scene is pretty awesome these days. Either one of you guys, Jogier or Peter on the 64.
Peter?
I think the issue for me is that the writing SID music in 6502 machine code was 38 years ago, and I've kind of forgotten it all. I can't remember how I used to do it.
That's very, very reasonable. That's very reasonable. That's not easy stuff.
Yeah. Hashtag old man syndrome, But obviously, from the point of view of actually taking the music from back then and using Reaper and sample packs and VSTs and recording live instruments as well, I'm still doing that. I'm going to be doing that until there's too much rheumatism for my fingers to move.
Absolutely. Jogier, how about you? Are you do you still follow the Amiga demo scene and interested in making some stuff for it?
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about it before the stream actually. So, but I'm close, real life buddies with some guys from Offense, which is a known group in the 64. And I also worked on some Amiga stuff with them. So there are newer tunes. Like we made a tribute to one of my close real life friends who died, almost 30 years ago. So I actually met him back in time in 2019, and told him, hey, we should really make like a tribute demo to him. It's about time. It's been almost 30 years, and it has always bugged me. So we ended up doing the Bugs tribute demo. That was 2 years ago. Yeah. So I actually made brand new Amiga music in 2021.
That's beautiful. What a nice thing to do, Jogier. That's awesome. It's great to.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It's like bicycling for me. You start and do I remember this? And then you start typing in the commands and all that, and suddenly you just like you were before. So it's just in the basic memory.
It starts to come back to you.
Just crazy. Yeah.
Maybe you should give it a try, Peter. Maybe I'll come back to you. Although that assembly coding is tough. I see some folks doing that, and I'm just like, I don't know what is going on the screen right now. It just looks like a bunch of symbols to me. But that's great. So Peter, you're also, folks, also don't forget, if you have a question for Peter or Jogier, please do add AmigaBill in the chat. Appreciate these guys taking some time out of their evening to come hang out with me. I know Peter asked me about one of my favorite tracks. It's a tough call. I mean, this album is everything on this album is great. It's really, really good. I just kind of gravitated towards. There's two that I gravitated towards. Stardust Memories, because I love the game Stardust. I love it, and it's also a great tune. And Test Drive 2, to me, Test Drive 2 is one of my all-time favorite games, and this track is fantastic as well. I love in Test Drive when your driver like opens up the window in the car and like puts on his shades and takes off.
I remember. Yeah.
And the
Amazing.
music is just jamming. So go ahead.
So I'm not going to let you get away that easily, Bill. So you've got to at least give one reason why each of those would be your favorite. What?
Well, let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to Stardust Memories. Let's take a listen, and then I'll tell you why. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so hard, Peter, because I mean, there's so many great tracks on here. That one just appealed to me because I liked the voice. I liked the way he sampled the voice a lot. Oh, I liked the way he sampled the voice a lot, and it was like another inspirational song for me. I could see myself cruising along in my car, and it reminds me of another song I really like called "Night Call" by Kavinsky. One of my favorite movies is a movie called Drive, and the opening scene to that movie is incredible, and it's like a really intense like car chase scene. And then Ryan Gosling is driving through the streets of Los Angeles, and this incredible song comes on, and that song really reminds me of it. And so I like that as well. And I love the sampled voice, and they have a sort of like a sampled voice in that song as well, the song "Night Call." So that one stuck out to me. But there's so many good ones. I mean, I don't know.
I'd definitely give you a thumbs up on that one. I think Turbo Knight did a tremendous job on that track.
Yeah.
We mentioned Proton earlier, Sammy, being a machine, being able to just turn out these SID tunes, and to a certain extent, he's maybe not quite as prolific as Proton, but anti Turbo Knight. The guy works so quickly when he works. But what he turns out is very, very good quality, and that's an example of kind of. So yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll concur with you on that one. I understand your reasons for liking that.
And I was thinking, I don't remember exactly the music from the game Stardust. I love the game, but as I was corrected, it's from the World of Commodore demo. That's what the music is from, not from the game Stardust. Thank you for setting me straight there, Tio. A couple of good questions. I want to play another tune as well. Protech is asking Jogier, do you plan to be on the future sound of SceneSat releases?
Yeah, I just finished. Actually, today I finished my my contribution for Son of SceneSat 7, which the deadline is, I think it's July 4th or 2nd or whatever. But I finished my track for so at least one. So yeah, I'm in there.
Do you guys?
I'm in there.
Can you tell the folks exactly what that is?
Sure. Yeah. You want to take it, your guy, or me?
You could take it, Peter.
Guy who's been in the scene for a long time, such a long time, called Ziphoid. Has an album which he brings out annually called Sounds of SceneSat, and what he gets musicians to do is contribute a track completely for free to this album, which is then compiled and is put out every year. I can't. The only bit I'm a little ignorant on, and I've got to hold both hands up on, is I'm pretty certain it has a charitable connection, but for the life of me, I can't quote you what that is. But in terms of it being a commercial album, it isn't. That's not the purpose of it. And people give their time and they give their music. I think Ziphoid said to me he's got over 100 tracks on this one.
Wow.
I think he said it's just gone over 100. So that's some contribution. I mean, in terms of people giving their time and their music.
He told me. I'm sorry to break it off.
Jump in.
But the reason for these Sound of SceneSat albums is to pay for some of the costs. For the servers, because he runs his radio channel, which is mainly Amiga, but they all, of course, play other music as well, like from 64 and stuff. But I think it's also connected to Amiga remix, right, Peter? I think so, because I know he's like he's one of the, or he's hosting, all
sure, yep, Amiga
the space and all that, yeah.
Yeah, AmigaRemix.com and SceneSat Radio are both kind of Ziphoid's babies. And AmigaRemix.com is an upload site where you can make awesome, epic Amiga remixes and upload them, and people will go on there and comment on them, and they'll vote on them, and they'll tell you what they think.
Wow.
And in turn, that site and Remix 64, and then the clue's kind of in the name of what that might be, are hosted together on the Remix 64 website. So they're Who's that handsome fella? In the front seat?
I was like, what am I doing on there? Thanks for that. I really appreciate that. Lala, that's great. Thank you. I don't know if I deserve to be on this site, but thank you. I very appreciate that. It's an honor. That's really cool. Gildem's asking Jogier, any plans to remake your Galway is God track?
Yeah, I actually thought about it because it's been well, it's getting close to 30 years because I first remixed it on the PC, using a fast tracker in '97, I think, 6 or 7. So it's getting closer. So yeah, but it's been on my mind for a while now. So I'm thinking of it. There can only be so many, really great tunes, and the Galway stuff for me was just like the absolute best from the '64. Sorry, Peter, but you know my type. Even though Peter Clarke actually made, the best Ocean Loader is without a doubt Ocean Loader 3, which is Peter Clarke's. That is my opinion, at least. So yeah.
Do you want to tell us about those classic Ocean Loaders, Peter? I know it's the music that plays while the game is loading from back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, in the days of the what was called the data set unit, a cassette player that you needed to put your game cassettes in to load them into the Commodore 64. You either had a silent loader that took an incredibly long amount of time because it was a cassette, so you went for a shower, did the shopping, and came back, and your game would be loaded. Eventually, we just arrived at a point where loader music was invented, and so while the cassette was loading the game, you got a piece of loader music. And Martin, as in Martin Galway, Martin kind of dominated that a little bit. And so when I went to work at Ocean, there was this kind of what should we call it? There was this mountain in front of me of the kind of Ocean Loader, and there were two by that time. There was Ocean Loader 1 and Ocean Loader 2. And I felt that the only way I was kind of going to be taken seriously is if I wrote something that actually competed. And so, in a very cowardly way, I completely developed it at home in the evenings, using a C64 program called Electrosound, and made sure I felt it was good enough and strong enough. And then once I was kind of happy that it was a good enough tune, I took it into Ocean and threw it onto one of the Ocean development systems, and then reprogrammed it using machine language, or using assembly code to be exact. And it hit. I think the first game, I can't. Somebody will probably type it in the chat. But it kind of hit. They put it straight on to the front end of all the games, kind of immediately, and it stayed there for 12 months. And the next time it was replaced was when Jonathan Dunn came along at Ocean and wrote Ocean Loader 4. So I kind of nudged Martin Galway a little bit in one direction, although I would. Obviously, I was never as prolific or as awesome in terms of some of the soundtracks that he wrote to games. But yeah, that's kind of just a little behind the scenes.
It's kind of like a crack trove for cassette tapes in a way.
Yeah, well, it's been used on enough.
Yeah, but obviously, but legal. That's amazing. I remember loading. I didn't load that many games from tape, but I had. Don't hate me, but I had an Atari 800. That was my first computer, and the cassette loading on that was horrible. I wish we had some track loaders on that. It took forever to load games on that system. Maybe we're talking about the track loader number 3. This might be a good time. One of my regular viewers and also a friend of yours, Proton from Finnish Gold, he made a little tune for you. He did a little remix himself. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, by all means.
Of course, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna go here for a second because I have to go into his private message. I don't want to show that. Let me go that. Boom. All my viewers know, like every week, it seems like every week Proton Fig sends over a rad tune for us. So yeah, it's his remix of Ocean Loader 3. by Proton Fig. In order for you guys to hear it, you'll probably have to listen to the stream.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the truth. I've heard this, but go on, let's have it again.
Okay, here we go. Great work, Proton. Great work as always. Proton's awesome. Oh, Proton, thanks for sending that over, dude. I really appreciate it. Let me just check that. What's going on there? Bam, bam, bam. Okay, cool. Good. All right, I'm gonna go back over here. Encore 500.
Be nice, Peter. Be nice, Peter. Be nice.
I'll be absolutely honest. I've already shared with Sammy when he first wrote that, because he actually wrote that a while ago. I think what I'll say up is I think he's taken some of it in his own direction, and that's absolutely fine. As a remixer, I would be a hypocrite if I criticised somebody for taking a tune and taking it in a new direction. So yeah, I think he's done a good job with it, and he's managed to inject a little bit of himself into it as well. So that's kind of my feeling about it.
Is that what you guys try and do? Do you try and take, when you guys are doing a remix, do you try and capture the spirit of the original, but also put your own mark on it?
Yeah, I would.
Sort of like your own interpretation of the song, like how you hear it.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I don't think I think sometimes it's how the tune grabs you. How that original, if you remember that original, as I do with a lot of the tunes that I remix, how did that grab me when I was playing the game? What kind of vibes did it give me? What kind of feelings? And then it was just exactly as we said earlier on. Don't lose the significant parts of the original. Don't lose the signature, but just kind of put those other things in there that you felt maybe the composer was trying to would have done if he could have done, to put it that way. So yeah, but I do think sometimes it varies from tune to tune depending on how that particular source material grabs you.
That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. There's something about music. I don't know. I was thinking about this because I'm into like photography and filmmaking, and art can really touch someone. But there's something about music that just goes even deeper. And I don't. You guys probably can't even answer this question, but it's more of an observation. But like, for example, like when my dad passed away, I was like, he was a big Beach Boys fan. And I'm like, I don't know if I could ever listen to the Beach Boys ever again because like it brings back so many memories. It can take you like right back to the exact like time and place when you first heard that song. It can bring back all the emotions that were happening to you like when you first heard that song. So there's something about music that's just like extra powerful, and that like taps into your soul even more so. So I feel like that's what you guys are capturing by doing these remixes. You're capturing sort of that spirit.
Somebody gave me a really I think valuable lesson to go and learn many years ago, and they said to me, if you don't think that music is important, go and watch a really dramatic scene from a movie and try to watch it with the music and without the music, and just look at the difference in the way that it hits you. I mean, and there are so many classic movie scenes where if you took away the music, they would be a half or a third of what of the power that they convey with the music in there. It's a universal language, and it just hits us all.
And that's so true. Like even if I listen to a song that's in a different language, and I don't understand the lyrics, it can still touch me.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense how the music can enhance the scenes, the film, a film. So I can tell you a quick story real quick. 'Cause I'm a big Stanley Kubrick fan. I love Stanley Kubrick, and he actually had a composer that was creating original music for 2001: A Space Odyssey, and he was using all of the classical music sort of as a temporary placeholder, like the Blue Danube. But then, as time went on, Kubrick's like, "This is the perfect music for my film. Like the original score as being composed just isn't right for it." And he never told the composer. So the composer showed up at the big premiere in London or wherever it was, and he's like, "Where's my music?" It's like, what is all this classical music doing on here? But I mean, now you can't think of the Blue Danube without thinking of that scene.
I was about to jump in and say you can't imagine that movie with anything other than the Blue Danube in it.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, and that's the thing that happens too. Like when you're doing music for film, it's like when it is right, when you do knock it out of the park. Like you can't imagine that scene with any other music. I think someone said, "Stuck in the Middle with You" from from Reservoir Dogs. Quentin Tarantino says that too. He's like once I use a song like in a scene from a movie and it's just like associated with that scene, like I own that song forever. Like you can never use it again in like another movie because everyone's gonna think of that scene. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you, Mr. Wolverine. Okay, it really there's something really special about music that just goes right to your soul. What's up, Zybok? Oh yeah, he did the same thing with Wendy Carlos's Clockwork Orange. Oh, I didn't know that, Simon69 Twitch. I'm a big Wendy Carlos fan as well. Wendy Carlos is awesome. Yeah, I can imagine the poor composer must have been devastated. Totally. Yo, Lone Raider, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And again, Nutmutt, thank you for all those 25 subs. That's amazing. So one of the songs that just jumped out at me when I saw the track list on Encore 500. By the way, ! Encore. We'll point you to the Spotify link where you guys can listen to this awesome album. I mean, I said we had Chris Hulsbeck on the stream a couple months ago, and Turrican 2 is like one of the all-time great Amiga tunes. And we got to take a listen to it, Jogier. We got to take a listen to it. What was it like?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. How did you approach this? Like, how do you approach like one of the talk about a movie like you can't imagine 2001: Space Odyssey without the Blue Danube. I can't imagine Turrican 2 without the music. It's just they're synonymous with each other. So how did you approach this one?
Well, the great thing about me and Rapture is that he also uses Cubase, and you have work files, and and we have very similar plugins. So we try to when we buy a new plugin, I just write him, I just bought this one, it's on discount, whenever, or wherever. I mean, and if he can afford it, then he will buy it as well. So it makes it much easier for us because when we use virtual instruments in Cubase, then we can just save the project and just send, like the data. It's almost like a MIDI file, and when he loads it up at his place, if he has the same plugins, it will sound just as it sounds in my place. So it makes everything much easier. So he just sent forward and back 3, 4, 5 times, and yeah, the tune was finished. But we tried to keep the original feel, of course, because it's very important. And Hulsbeck is kind of a supervisor, so he always listens in, and they're also a producer, and there's a team around this project. And so this is one version, but on the album, which will be released in the future, there is an extended version of it with some solos and some new stuff. And the plan is to get Chris to also compose something new as well on the remix. So it will be a nice treat in the future as well.
There's more to come.
There's more to come. Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. It's interesting because you worked on this with Rapture, and I can imagine like when a band gets together, they're together in one room, they're brainstorming, they're jamming together. But like the way you describe it, like the way like you do something and then you send it to Rapture, he sends it back to you. It's almost like you're playing chess in a way, like an online chess game, because you're not in the same room.
Almost like yeah.
Do you like that? Like, what are the benefits of doing it that way versus just kind of like doing it yourself?
Yeah, it's actually kind of refreshing, especially if we are like we have free reins. We can just use your imagination, do what you want, kind of thing. So we try to divide the parts, because all tunes have several parts. And the Turrican 2 it's the same with that one. There's a lot of parts, so we try to wrap up one part each, and kind of make like a transitional thing, so it's a bit exciting, and then it just stops. Then I send it to him, so he just it stops, and just to trigger him, and it's easier for him to continue. So we just found our own way in, and I've been doing this for like 10 years, so it's getting more and more common for us. We've also composed new music for the Sino Soundset, but in the same way. So it's just a great. It's a new thing, like a band thing, as you say. We send one file to and from, but it's the same deal.
That's great. I guess sometimes too, if you get like some sort of like creative block, being that you're bouncing things back and forth, it can get you through that block, or you guys inspire each other, give each other ideas.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting way to work. And like I said, it's almost like online chess. I think of like the way you.
Yeah,
really
it is.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool. All right, let's check it out. Turrican 2,
yep.
By Jogier and Rapture. Let's go. Jogier, it was amazing. I loved it. You know what? Really, like the fidelity of it. It really like stays true to the original. It really captures all the spirit of the original, but like definitely has some new twists on it. And that's one thing we were saying before about how like just the fidelity of the new equipment just sounds so good. I love it. I wanted to show you this. You know, I'm a big Chris Hulsbeck fan, and I picked up his orchestral version, so they're remix of sorts as well.
Oh yeah,
on vinyl. Yeah, and it's
amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love it. This is a really great box set. But yeah, congrats on that song. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. This is cool. Maybe one day you guys can do some remix album on vinyl. That'd be rad.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for vinyl and record players. Oh man. Well, you know, I think I might. I don't. Do you guys have anything else that you would like to add? You want to listen to another song? I'm probably not gonna go too much longer just because I'm you know, not feeling so well today. But Peter or Jogier, would you have anything else you'd like to add? Any other questions anyone wants to ask? If we want to listen to another tune.
Did we hear your second favorite?
My second favorite. Oh boy. Well, you know what? You know what?
A test drive, didn't you?
You know what? You know what I thought would be cool to listen to is Battle Squadron, because it's also an iconic song, and it's an icon. It's pretty iconic. But my other.
So I can tell you a little bit about the background to that track.
I'll do it. Awesome.
So Tomsk, whose real name is Barry, who's a good friend, and lives in the UK with me. We've collaborated together in terms of the guy produced one remix back in about 2001, and it was Knuckle Busters, which I think is about 17 minutes or something long. And he made the remix on a PlayStation 1.
Wow.
That takes dedication.
Yeah. That.
And then he kind of walked away and did nothing. And then I ended up going into a video chat room, and met him for the first time. Probably about 4 years ago or something. And it was clear the guy had loads and loads of talent. And I just said to him, we need to let's start video chatting on a Sunday. Let's start doing some music together. And he absolutely got all of the rust off, and he got back into the vein again. And he was invited to put a track on Encore 64, which he did. And this is his contribution to Encore 500. And each of his tracks that he's produced along the way, in my humble opinion, has been a step up in quality. And a step up in the arrangement that he's put together, the instrumentation that he's put together. So it's a very different version of Battle Squadron High Score. But I think it's very, very emotional and melancholy. I like it a lot.
Outstanding. I can't wait to check it out. Here we go. Battle Squadron by Tomsk. that was absolutely beautiful. It was, like you said, emotional is what came to mind for me.
I think one of the things that and hearing that track again has just reminded me. One of the things that's really come out of the Encore 500 project is just the collaborative nature of 16 musicians all working together without some big fat producer with a big stick whipping you over the top telling you what you have to do. It's been absolutely brilliant from that point of view. And that particular track, the arrangement on that for me that Tomsk has managed to pull out of it is impeccable. It's an absolutely wonderful arrangement. But one of the things that we've all done through the project is we've had a channel on our Discord server, on our project server, called Work in Progress. And people throw Work in Progress in there, and then there's a channel right underneath it that's called Feedback. And what you get is the benefit of 15 other really good musicians giving you feedback on what you're producing. And the net effect is that all of the tracks on the album benefit from that. And so in that particular track of Tomsk's, and I'm going to say it first because otherwise Jogier is going to jump in and say it for himself. There are some arpeggios in there that Tom's was struggling with. And so Jogier came up with some arps that really fit it well. And then Jimmy Firefox had a listen to it and said, it's really good, but I don't think the drums are quite. And Tom said, well, if you think you can do any better. And Jimmy went away and came back with the drum track. And actually then Tom went, wow, that is, yeah, I really like that. And at the back end, I mixed it for him. Danko mastered it for him. But I mean, what you get, the emotion that you get from that arrangement that comes out of that version, that's all Tomsk. That's all him. It's just a few other mates, a few other people with a little bit of talent going, that would work. What about trying that? Why don't you do that? I could just put that in. But Bill, I will tell you, that's been the whole of Encore 500. It's been that coming together of 16 people who've all just been focused on trying to get the best out of the back end that we can.
That's beautiful. I mean, just looking at the album, I didn't realize that everything was done in such a collaboration. You know, like we're talking about Jogier and Rapture collaborating, but the album as a whole is a collaboration, as you were saying. And you guys were inspiring each other, bouncing ideas off each other. It's a really beautiful project. Jogier, I'm sure you'll nobody too. Thank you so much for the resub, and Zendar. Do you have anything you'd like to add to that, Jogier?
No, it's just like I said, and you know, we talked about this now in the aftermath of the album release. You know, a lot of us have just got new friends, you know, for life probably, and you know, that's one of the rewards you have. You know, it's you tick with someone more than others. You know, it's no bad feeling about anyone, but you know, you just click with some guys better than other ones. So you know, but the workflow and all the work we put in, like we dropped just some ideas in the working projects, then all the feedback we got, just really helpful, and you know, we try to spur one another forward. You know, we try to just improve the overall album.
Yeah, absolutely.
And any way we can. So yeah, I just been going really well, you know.
I think a lot of folks. I mean, I'm psyched. I've got Spotify. I can listen to it on Spotify and streaming. Any plans for like a physical release of it? I saw some folks asking in the chat, or is it just it's gonna live online like on Spotify for the near future? Is that the best way to hear it?
It'll be. It was always planned to be a digital streaming release. We kind of tried the digital whole album release with Encore 64 last time, and that was probably one small mistake, and probably we also made a couple of other mistakes along the way, which, as you always do with your first child, you always make mistakes with your first child, you know, and you try and improve with the second one. So yeah, we've kind of we changed a few things with the way that we're kind of making Encore 500 available, but before very long, Encore 500 will be a totally free public domain album out there. The whole intention of the album was really just to enjoy ourselves and make something for the scene. Neither of the projects has ever been about the money.
No, you sure did. That's why it's great to go head over to Spotify and give the album a little support so we can get some feet over there. And hopefully, I don't know Spotify that well. I mean, I have a free account and you can listen to tons of great stuff. But if you guys get Spotify, like, it would be great if it can get into the hands, like we were talking before, about people who may not know the Amiga community or who may not know the Commodore 64 community, because this music is so good, it stands up on its own. Like, you don't have to be on a nostalgia trip to listen to this music and enjoy it. I think just like I can play this for my wife and she'll be like, oh, this is awesome, this is great music. You can just play this for other people, and I think they'd really enjoy it, because it doesn't matter if this is all like an homage remixes of something from old computers. It's just great music, period. That's the bottom line. So thank you guys. It was I would love to talk to you even more. I'm just kind of fading a little bit here. I've been so folks who are watching, yes, my voice.
Yeah.
I've been really. I was in bed like pretty much all day yesterday, and this morning I kind of dragged myself out to do the stream because I didn't want to miss this one, because I really want to talk to Peter and Jogier. So I'm gonna end it like a little bit early, but we're still gonna give away 2 tickets to Kickstart UK, sponsored by retropassion.co.uk. Huge thanks to Retropassion. Just bought 2 tickets for Sunday. He's like, yeah, there's 2 tickets. Give them away on your stream. So I think that's really cool. But thanks to you and Jogier, Peter. Any I think that was a great way to end it. Anything else you want to add? I really appreciate any cool future projects you're doing. I know, Jogier, you mentioned the cool CD that you're working on as well.
Yeah, well, also a new demo which will be finished for the revision next year, and I will also be going. I have never been to revision. I know it's a shame, since I'm an Amiga guy. So I will finally be going to revision next Easter, and hopefully you as well, Bill. Right?
I would love to. It's Sergei Druck's been talking to me about it, and I made it to Amiga 37 last year. So I need to get to revision badly. Yeah, it's so inspiring. To me, it's just like, art and technology coming together in a great party. Because I think the level of talent that people have is unbelievable. Like I was saying with this album, like, you guys are great musicians. It doesn't matter that's an Amiga album or a Commodore 64 album. Like, you guys are just great musicians, and the people who make the demos, like the artwork that's done there's great artists. And of course, all the people who do the coding and stuff, they're just crazy geniuses to get that all fit.
Yeah.
But I love the demo scene. It's amazing. Revision rocks. Nice John Hertel will be there. Very cool. Thanks, Corvo. Do you want to do the raffle? Do you guys want to pick the winners for the raffle once you're on the stream? That might be fun.
Yeah, we could do that if you instruct us. Obviously,
it's going to be really easy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to head over to retropassion.co, if I can still type, .uk. Boom. And Retropassion, we need a little background music too. Let me fire up Encore 500, and we'll see. We'll start here with we'll go down here to Leander.
Glennar Brown.
Let's see. Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. That's why. Sorry. Boom. I'm in the wrong browser. Boom. We'll start here.
I think you've done rather well, Bill.
Thank you. I've been trying hard. I did have a few sneezing fits, a couple of coughing fits. I had to go get water on that last one because I was coughing up a lung. Now where was I? I think I was over here and over here. Boom, here it is. Yeah, Retropassion. Retropassion is a great shop located in the UK. Your Amigas are getting old. We're all getting a little older. You need to do a little recap. You can send it over to Retropassion. He's got refurbished units. He does recapping. He also sells really cool parts. Oh, he's got the PyStorm 32 there. Nice. He's also a great supporter of the Amiga community. Like, not only does he support my streams, but he also supports like many other streams. So when you go to a place like Retropassion and buy something or have him do some work on your machine, like, you're supporting someone who really supports the community, and that's why I love these guys. Retropassion is awesome. So they just bought 2 tickets. They're Sunday. Now they're for Sunday. Because Saturday sold out, which is awesome. Good job, Ravi. So Sunday for Kickstart 01. These tickets, just 2 tickets, like no strings attached. It's awesome. What we're gonna do, what I should do, it's amigashow.com, right? I think that's the Kickstart. I think, yeah, there it is. Kickstart UK, so it's on July 1st and July 2nd, 2023. Check it out. Oh, Mike Daly's going to be there. Alex Trowers, Simon Phipps, John Hare, Sensible Software. Talk about some legendary Amiga music coming from his games. It's amazing. So these tickets will be for Sunday, July 2nd. For
I think we've
Kickstart
actually covered one of John Hare's tunes on Encore 500, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, there's something from Can Fodder on there, right?
Is it?
Yeah, Cannon Fodder.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Had to think there for a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome, Retro Passion. Now seriously, I really mean it, man. I appreciate all you do for the community. There's some folks who just like go above and beyond and like put every, you know, whenever you like get business, you're putting great things back into the community, and I really appreciate that, Retro Passion. You absolutely rock. Let me make sure. I got too many. See, I wasn't logged in with my Spotify on that browser. We'll close this so I don't get confused. So here's a link to Retro Passion. Copy, paste. And you see my Retro Passion, the link to Retro Passion also shows up. It's on like a 15-minute timer in my chat as well. So here you go. Let's give away 2 tickets to Kickstart 01. How's this? I do like to give my subscribers and my regulars a little more luck. So I'll give subscribers and regulars 3 times more luck to win. So we'll do a keyword. We'll do a keyword, and the keyword will be Encore. ENCOR, in honor of Encore 500. So if you type Encore, ENCORE, into the chat, you'll be eligible for the giveaway. I don't know if it's there we go. Oh, and Retro 32 UK will be there both days. Nice. Now, Retro Passion, do you want me to give like both tickets to the same person or 2 separate giveaways? Whenever I was gonna do 2 separate people, but maybe what if someone wants to bring a friend, you know? Retro 32 UK is also sponsoring the event. Awesome. I wish I could go. Indie Retro News, what's up, brother? Indie Retro News, I would love to check out your news article that you dropped at the top of the stream. I'm just kind of fading here. And we're gonna do this twice, folks. We're gonna do this twice. Yeah, and Voxeltrot says obviously only enter if you can get there on Sunday. You don't want the tickets to go to waste. Exactly. I wish I could go. Have you guys, Jogier and Peter, have you been to any Amiga or Retro events recently?
No.
Not for me, no. But let's be honest. I mean, the pandemic was responsible for Encore 64, and then Encore 500 followed on pretty closely after that. And so I kind of feel like I've been snowed under for 2 years. It's now a case of going that. Let's recharge the batteries. Let's kick back and let's not make any albums, please. At least select sheet.
I hear you. But yeah, Jogier, sounds like you want to get the revision, which would be an awesome one.
Yeah, I really look forward to it.
That looks like an amazing party. And let me tell you, like in Germany, they know how to do it right. That Amiga 37 it blew me out of the water. I felt like it was like 1992 at World of Commodore in New York again. It was incredible. Yeah. All right, let's pull a winner. We're gonna do this twice. This is courtesy of retropassion.co.uk. Some lucky winner is about to go to Kickstart UK on Sunday. You want to do a little? Since we'll go on the top of the screen, Peter, you do a little countdown from 10, and I'll pull the winner, and then we'll do one more with Jogier. Ready, Peter?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And the winner is Spinto777. Congratulations, Spinto. Spinto's going to Kickstart UK, baby. That's awesome. Congrats, Spinto. So, Retro Passion UK, how do you want me to get Spinto in touch with you? And folks, we got one more. We got one more to give away. PMU? Okay, great. I think if I hit cancel, everyone who had entered will still be in it, so we don't have to do it again. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. Everyone's still in it. Nice. We'll do one more. Yeah, Mr. Wilbur DK, the background music doesn't get any better than this. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna raffle off a second ticket. Just type Encore in the chat. If you already typed it in, you're eligible. This is a really nice gesture from retropassion.co.uk, just giving away 2 tickets to Kickstart 01. I wish I could go. I really, really wish I could go. There you go. Encore. There you go. Amigaville's Ocean Sun, Retro Ralph. Indie Retro News. It's in the UK. It is in the UK. I forgot which town it's in. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. It is in Nottingham. Nottingham. Indie Retro News. I hope we get to hang out at an Amiga event someday too. It'd be rad. John Hare he's a lot of fun. It's amazing, like, you know, when I go to these events and I meet some of the Amiga legends out, they're just cool people. They're just super fun. That's why I can't wait to get to the revision as well. It's so funny because like demo scene wasn't a big thing here in the United States, guys. It was like some crazy European stuff that we didn't really quite understand. And I didn't really like get exposed to demo scene until like much later on, like in, you know, like the late 90s, early 2000s. And I'm just blown away by demo scene. I absolutely love it. For me, it's like the pinnacle of art. I absolutely love it. Oh, nice. You're in Kent. All right, Jogier, would you like to pull the second winner for a ticket?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, give us a little countdown.
From 10. Okay.
What as you're pulling it, you can count down from any number you want.
Okay, I count down from 6.
Love it.
6, 5, 4, and 3, 2.
I love how he builds the suspense.
1. I go.
DMackey828 has won the giveaway. Congratulations, DMackey. DMackey, are you going, baby? You going? I know that yo, Jawolf, I would love it if you guys do an Amiga follower meetup at Kickstart. That was fun. At Amiga 37, we had an Amigaville community meetup. It was great. Oh, it was so much fun. They still have a sheriff of Nottingham. No way, that's amazing. Congrats, DMackey828. You rock, brother. I'll have you guys get in touch with retropassion.co.uk. Thank you so much, Retro Passion, for sponsoring that. Thank you so much for buying 2 tickets and just giving it away to the community. I really, really appreciate you and everything you do for me and the community. You rock, brother. Also, I appreciate these 2 guys right here, Peter Clarke and Jogier. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on today. I hope you enjoyed the interview. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys, despite being pretty sick. I had a great time.
You're really welcome, and it's been fun, hasn't it? I mean, it's been a bit of fun, and we've listened to a few tracks, and thank you so much for having us on and promoting the album. Yeah,
and congrats to all the musicians who contribute to the album, all 16 of them. Really top-notch work, folks. Top-notch work. Thank you for keeping the retro community alive, keeping the Amiga community alive. And like I said, I'm gonna show this to all my friends, because even people who don't know Amiga, people who don't know Commodore 64, because the music's that good where they'll love it. So congrats on your accomplishment, guys, and keep up the great work. And when you talk to the team, tell them, I really appreciate the album. It's really an incredible work of art, and good game. You guys all did an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Take care. All right. Well, that was awesome. Guys. Unfortunately, I'm gonna wrap the stream up just because I'm not feeling too well. But Indie Retro News is here. Indie Retro News dropped a link into the chat, so I want to see what he did. We'll take a quick peek at. It looks like there's a hot new game coming out for the Amiga. We'll just take a quick peek at that. Thank you, Zybok. I appreciate it. Yeah, Edvin, I'm pretty gnarly. I'm literally gonna, as soon as I hit stop streaming, I'm literally gonna go crawl into bed. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, thank you, Nutmut. I appreciate it. Nutmut, thank you for your subs. I really, really appreciate that. That's amazing what you did. Sinlao, thank you. Let's see what Indie Retro News is up to over here. Oh, this tune is swanky. I dig it. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it, baby.
Amiga News with Amiga Bill.
It wouldn't be a Sunday fun day without a trip over to Indie Retro News. Hamulet. This Commodore Amiga demo looks super impressive. Ooh, I love the artwork in this. Oh yeah, John, what do I do? Do I do a Lagavulin? Or I might do a Maker's Mark. Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Zendar. Zendar, thanks for the resub too, by the way. Oh, and Amiga Dweeb, thank you so much for the resub. I'm gonna be sending Jack's copy of Cyberpunk 2 out this week. Boom. Hamulet. We've been flooded with new game updates over the last few weeks, with games being mentioned such as Galaxian 500, Zendex Tanks, Savage Princess, and even our personal favorite, Tenebre 2. Tenebre 2 is awesome. Well, it's time for the Amiga to get a news update thanks to Saberman, who contacted us earlier today. He told us to check out the rather impressive looking demo of Hamulet by Remy Valou for the Amiga. I'm sure I didn't pronounce his name right. Sorry, Remy. A demo which people have given very positive feedback, such as, I thought Ham was only good for still pictures. This is insane. Awesome music. Now this is Amiga. Oh, it's a Ham game. I love the Ham demo that came out at Revision this year, this year, folks. It was amazing. Tenebre 2 is great, guys. It's really, really great. Zendar, thank you for the resub as well. Let's check out. I don't want to mute the Encore 500, but I'm gonna have to for this. Oh, Amiga Cam, wake up. It's hard to turn off the Encore 500. It's so good. All right, let's see what Hamulet's about. Hamulet. Oh, cool. It's from What IFF magazine. Nice. Oh, this looks dope. Oh, that's beautiful. Jao Naro says, thank you all for joining the show today. Please spread the word and share Encore 500 links to friends worldwide. Exactly. Exclamation mark Encore in the chat. That'll bring it to the Spotify link. And thanks to everyone from thanks to everyone from the Encore 500 team who came and watched today. I really appreciate having you guys here, and I hope you enjoyed the interview. I hope I did all right. Right now I feel like I'm getting hit in the head with a hammer. I'm not gonna lie. This game looks incredible. I'm stoked. Captain John, yes, Encore 500 will be other places besides Spotify as well. It will be. It is free on Spotify. I have a free Spotify account, and I can play all songs no problemo. Edvin, I have to test myself. I don't know if it is. I've had the Rona once before. Thanks, Toms. You know what's also pretty crazy is, like, I don't know anything about music. I can tell you a story about my musical career. So I don't know anything about music, so when I have a musician on, I'm a little bit nervous because I'm like, I can't really go too deep with them because I don't understand it so well. I used to take trombone lessons when I was in grammar school. I went to a Catholic school, and we're talking like 6th grade, and I had this trombone, and I was awful. Like, I knew I was awful at the trombone. I would come home, I would practice, and it was painful for me to listen to myself play this trombone. One day, we're out in the schoolyard, and the period after free time was my music class, my trombone class. So I'm out there in my schoolyard, my Catholic school boy uniform on, and time to go back in, time to go to music class. I'm walking across the parking lot, and I slip and fall. Whoa, that looks awesome. I slip and fall in a grassy, muddy patch. And I'm just like covered in mud. It looks like I just got done like with a mud wrestling match. And I go to my music teacher, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't think I can make it to class today because I just fell in the mud. And he was like laughing. He's like, oh my God, you look terrible. And I was like, I want to go home and change my clothes because I'm soaking wet and I'm covered with mud. And he's like, no problem, Bill. Go home and change your clothes. And he's like, you know what? He's like, don't worry about getting back here for the class. And he's like, actually, don't worry about ever coming back. he's like, because trombone's not your thing, man. You stink at it. He's like, you're wasting your time. He's like, how about this? Instead of coming to music class, you can go over into the computer lab and program those Atari 800s over there. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, thanks for cutting to the chase, Mr. Angelo. You saved me. You didn't. I'm not wasting my time. You got tossed. You got tossed. Yo, Gunner, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. But this game looks insane. And this ham mode, it's incredible. Captain John, I hope you and Amiga Sons are doing great. I can't wait to get a demo of this game. I mean, this is some hardcore stuff right here. Let's see what else Indie Retro News said about it. Here's what's described about the tech demo. I've assembled an ADF image on my little game tech demo I've been working on for the past few months. Oh, it's amazing available. This is my first C assembly language Amiga game, so it took a very long time, and it was fun and challenging to work on. I'd be extremely grateful to have your input, comments, suggestions about it. Should it be useful to others, I could put the whole project and source on GitHub, but otherwise I'd be happy to answer any questions too. As I mentioned, this being my first serious game project on the Amiga, it is certain that a lot of things could be done better, safer, more compatible, more efficient, etc. But hey, good game. It looks great. Lots of technical specs. PAL or NTSC, 50 or 60 hertz. It runs an OCS and requires 512 chip RAM. So wow, that's unbelievable. 512K of RAM. That is nuts. That is some talented coding right there. That is incredible. Tell Julian I said hi. Yeah, Amiga Mark, this looks great, right? It looks really, really great. I can't believe it's 512. That's amazing. Yeah, what's up, Sir Garbage Truck? Great to see you. Hardly working, finally something for you. Yeah, look, it says it right there. It runs OCS and requires only 512K chip RAM, so normally any plain Amiga 500, 2000, or Amiga 1000 with 512 should work. That is cool. Oh, you can download the demo. That's awesome. Cheers. Well, thanks to Indie Retro News for the link. I'll drop it in the chat. Boom. And don't forget !Encore in the chat. We'll send you over there to where you can listen to Encore 500. And it freaking rocks. Sweet. All right, I'll play a tune from Encore 500 here, and then we'll call it a stream, folks. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling so well. I was able to make it through the stream, and I really didn't want to cancel because I know that Jogier and Peter were like spreading the word in their community, spreading the word to the Encore 500 community. So I definitely did not want to cancel on them. There we go. I made it through. Streaming with all of you makes me feel better. Oh, Sin Lao wrote something very important. Oh, chat redraw. Chat says Spinto can't make it. Ah. All right, you guys want to do one more giveaway? Let's do it again. All right, that's cool. Thanks for highlighting that. Yeah, let's do it. Spinto, thanks for the heads up that you can't make it. And Sinlao, thank you for highlighting your message. Mr. Wolverine, thank you for letting me know. I know, it's too bad for Sunto, so check it out. I still have it up here. So everyone, do Encore in the chat. Encore, ENCORE. If you said it before, you're still in it. Yeah, Sweet Mob. I don't know what I got. It's definitely like a cold / allergy / something where I feel like my head's literally getting hit with a hammer right now. So after the stream, I'm gonna crawl right back into bed. But I'm gonna take Chucky's advice and do a little shot of scotch. I think I'm gonna go Maker's Mark. So unfortunately, I gotta call it a stream. But I'm glad I was able to stream. And a huge thanks to those guys for coming on. That was great. All right, folks. Let's see. Let's give away another ticket. This is sponsored by Retro Passion. retropassion.co.uk. He's just like, yo, I bought 2 extra tickets for Sunday to Kickstart UK. He's like, just give them away on your stream. So I want to give a little something back to the community. So I was like, sure, let's do it. All right, folks, here we go. I'll count down from lucky number 7. Yo, what's up, Previous Address? Great to see you. Thank you for all your support, Previous Address. I really appreciate it. So this is for July 2nd. Kickstart UK. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Night Shift. Night Shift has won the giveaway. Yo, Air Yuri, what's up, brother? Night Shift, congrats. You're going to Kickstart UK on Sunday. Thank you, Praise Address, for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. Congrats, Night Shift. Retro Passion, thank you so much for all your incredible generosity. Previous Address, thank you for your incredible generosity. It means the world to me, seriously. And thank you everyone for like coming here every Sunday and hanging out with me. I love coming here every Sunday and just hanging out with my friends. It's the most important thing to me. It's just great to hang out, check out some new Amiga games, relive some of the good old memories, and hang out with some great friends. I'm so lucky to have each and every one of you, seriously. Anyone who comes here and hangs out on a Sunday, I just appreciate you so much. I know. It's Nightbot picked the Night Shift. Let's see if any of my friends are streaming. Oh boy. A lot of my friends are streaming. Yeah, big congrats to all the winners. Alright guys. We got a couple of good ones here. A couple of great ones, actually. It's up to you. Yo, Tomsk from all the Encore team, thanks for your support, guys, and giving the Amiga scene alive and well. Tomsk, your track was awesome, dude. It was awesome. Exclamation mark. We got, of course, we got Amiga Live. We got Kim Justice playing random Mega Drive games. We got Charlie Farr doing Dragon 32 games. We got Frodo playing Community Sunday. Scottish Serenity. You know, and Mr. Cola. Oh, Mr. Cola. Oh, Mr. Cola. Yeah, Edmund, I gotta get that. I gotta get out of my system. You know what I want to do? I know I'm gonna make the call. Because I love Kim Justice. I love Charlie Farr. But Mr. Cola, he's rated me recently, and he's just an awesome dude and awesome supporter of mine. I just want to go like make Mr. Cola's day. Oh, Retro Demuji? He's playing Space Crusade. Yo, Punic, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. How am I not following him? Cola's a fine fellow, but he's not doing. It's up to you guys. Do you guys want to do Cola or Retro Demugery? I'm up for anything. I'm up for anything. I was just thinking Cola because he's a personal friend of mine. Retro Demugery. Oh, he's doing Amiga stuff. All right, we'll do that then. Yo, Pints and Amiga, thank you, brother. It's great to see you. By the way, Pints, happy Father's Day, seriously. Interesting. Yeah, so all the background music is Encore 500. Pints and Amiga, thank you. I'm wrapping up the stream, Pints. I'm sick as a dog, Pines. So we go here. Again, folks, don't forget, exclamation mark, Encore in the chat. We'll bring you to Encore 500. A big thanks to Peter and Jogier for coming on the stream today, and a big thanks to everyone for hanging out. I need to go get some sleep. Oh, Pints and Amiga, I got your copy of Cyberpunks 2, by the way. You have to tell me, do you want the outside signed or the inside or both? Thanks, JMA, I appreciate it. Alright, well... Copy. Both? Alright, I'll do it. Awesome. Alright, thanks, Sir Garbage Truck, for being here. I appreciate it. Zybok, thank you. Punic, thank you so much for the resub. Gunnar, thank you so much for the follow. Amiga Dweeb, thank you for the resub. Nobody, thank you for the resub. Zendar, thank you for the resub. Lone Raider 01, thank you for the resub. Nutmutt, you crazy nut, gave out 25 community subs. Nutmutt, thank you so much. Turbo Knight, thank you for the follow and amazing work on Encore 500. Bravo Cops, thank you so much for the follow. That Baldy broke, thank you for the follow. Brothers and Bald right here. Namcos, thanks for the raid. Locust, thank you for the resub. Albishore, thank you for gifting it 10 community subs. You're a maniac, Albishore. Proton Fig, thanks for the raid. Trapshot Live, thanks for the resub. Streamstack TV, thank you for a shout out. Jake, you rock, brother. Albishore, thanks for gifting the sub to Indie Retro News. You all rule. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you. We're gonna take you to the hot tub and then bed, and we'll raid Retro Demergy. So thanks to everyone for hanging out today. I'll see you all next Sunday, hopefully feeling better. And appreciate you all very, very much. And a big thanks to retropassion.co.uk for giving away 2 tickets to Kickstart 01. Appreciate you all very much. Hot tub time, baby. See you all next Sunday Fun Day. Have a great week, everyone, and thank you for coming here today.
Yeah.